I just found a hack on eBay that could make you more money. Hey guys, Ken here. Welcome back to the channel. I just found a hack, a little hack on eBay that actually could make you some more money. You know, we're coming into Q4. This is the busy time of the year, and this is where a lot of retailers and online resellers are looking to make their most money. And this might help you actually make some more sales than you had anticipated originally. And what it involves is actually an HTML line of code where you can put into your eBay listing that will actually take one of your photographs, your main photograph, and you can place it actually in your eBay description area of your listing. So I'm going to take you on the computer right now and show you step by step how you can do this. It just takes about 30 seconds, you know, once you learn the process and everything. But I'll go slow. You know, I understand that, you know, some people aren't that computer literate, and nothing against you, you know, concerning that. It's just that, you know, we all learn at different levels. I mean, I'm not the greatest either. My wife is the real genius. But, you know, this is really simple, and it could make you some more money. So let's go on that computer right now. Okay, guys, here we are inside my computer. And as you can see, I'm on my eBay store page. Now, the first thing I want to point out, what you need to do is you need to set this up. Okay, it's not going to be complicated. I'll take you very slowly through it step by step, and that way you can follow along. And you might want to even freeze the video at a certain time when you're copying the code and everything, because you do need a specific line of code that will make this work. Okay, so as you can see at the very top here, I have two windows open. Okay, so they're both on the same page. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to take you step by step. Don't worry about it. It's not that hard. And I'll go slowly. First thing you want to do is you want to go to the first window up here, okay? And you're going to go down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose a card, okay? Now, I've done some of these already. So let me see if I can get to a point where I know I stopped. Like, I know I stopped right about here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just for the purposes of this video, we're going to work with this card and this card, because one is landscape and one is portrait. It's a little tiny bit different coding, but I'll show you all that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. We're going to open up, you know, this page. Okay, now what you want to do is go to the second window, which is right next to it. Okay, and we're going to go to the same page. So again, you want to have the same image, same page on both windows. So we're going to click on that. Now we have two windows open, same image, as you can tell. See, it doesn't change. Okay, now we're going to start with the first window. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to go to revise your item. Okay, and that's going to take you to this page. There we go. Now you don't have to change anything in the title or anything like that. You just want to scroll down until you see the item description page. Okay, this is your description for where you talk about, you know, your postcard. Okay, and we're gonna just click on this link here that says HTML. And this is going to give you the HTML code. I know it looks like a bunch of high-tech gobbledygook, but don't worry about that. It's all it is just the HTML code for all this stuff. Okay, so we're going to click on that. All right, now we're going to place our cursor right here at the very end, and we're going to hit our enter key and go down one click just to put our cursor right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to insert a line of code, HTML code, that's going to produce that image, so we can put that image right in our item description. Okay, so the first thing you want to do ahead of time, this is where you might want to freeze the video, because I'm going to show this to you. I've got the code, both codes for both landscape and portrait. They're not that different, but I've got them separately in a separate folder so I can retract them, so I can pull them when I need them, really quickly to save time. Okay, so I'm going to open up this Word file here. And as you can see, I have placing picture inside listing, HTML code, landscape, and one for portrait. And the only difference between these two is the height. As you can see with this code, it says 500 height and 300. Now for the portrait, it's just the opposite. It's 300 by 500. But for this image, we're going to concentrate on the landscape portrait code. So you might want to freeze the video at this point so you can actually copy these codes. And, like I said, I put them in a separate folder, and I leave that folder open on my desktop. So when I need to go to that specific code, I can do that with minimal time. Okay, so we're just going to put our cursor there, and we're going to copy this code. Kind of highlight it and go Control-C, Command-C if you're on a Mac. Then we're going to minimize that screen. Now, we're going to take that code, and the cursor is already down here, okay? Now I'm going to take that code and hit Control-V. I'm going to paste that code right in there like that, okay? And just so you know, the code is, if you want to copy it, the code is open-img space src equals quotation marks URL, and that URL is important, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Close quotes, space width equals quote 500, close quotes, space height equals quotes 300, quotes, and close caret. But like I said, stop the video and you can just copy the codes, and that way you can put them on a separate folder. Okay, next step. What we're going to do is we're going to go to this second window that you have open. It's the same image. I'm going to hover over the image and just click on it. That's going to bring it up large. Now what you want to do is right click your mouse. Hold your mouse towards the top of the card, and then we're going to right click on the mouse, and then we're going to come down here where it says copy image address. I'm going to click on that, and what that's going to do is it's going to copy this URL address, because we need this eBay URL address to give the image a place to lock its teeth into so it can place it exactly where you want to place it. Okay, so we're going to go here, we're going to close that out, and we're going to go back to the other window, and then where it says right here, where it says URL, put your cursor right there, and then we're just going to hit the delete key 3 times. Delete, delete, delete. Now you've got these 2 quotation marks right next to each other. And this is where you're going to insert that URL code. Okay, so we're going to hit Control-V, just like that. Command-V if you're on a Mac. And we're not going to do anything with it. You can actually check it by clicking on Standard. And as you can see, here's the area for your item description for your card, and there's the image right there. Now I have everything left justified to the left side of my the box here, and that way I'm going to put the photo in the left side too, because basically, people read from left to right, I believe. So that's why I left justified everything else. Now, all you have to do at this point is, once you've checked it, just scroll down and just hit Update Listing. Just like that, it'll update the listing. Just take a second. There we go. And if you want to check it, live, you can do that. And we're just going to click on the live link just to make sure it's there. And this is the live link on eBay. And bam, there it is. Now I chose 300 by 500, okay, for this, because to me that's a good size image. It's big enough where people can see it, and it looks relatively the same size as this. Even, this is blown up, but when people are looking at your image here, they basically see the same size image there. You don't want to make it too big, because basically if you make it too big, you could change the parameters. I chose 300 by 500, but you could make it 400 by 600, whatever you want to do. But basically I chose 300 by 500, and it works really well. Okay. Now, when you want to do another one, I want to show you the difference, because sometimes some of the cards are landscape and some of them are portrait. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to selling. I'm going to open up the store again. Here we go. And I'm going to scroll down to the next card. I chose these cards because I wanted to do one landscape, one portrait. Okay, here's the landscape one we did. Now we're going to do the portrait one, and I'll show you the difference. It's basically the same procedure. Okay, we opened up the portrait, live link. Okay, I'm going to, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to go here, and we're going to go back so I can choose that same image. Remember, you want to have the same image on both windows. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Ah, there it is. Right there. Okay. All right. Now, again, you have both two windows, two separate windows. Both images are the same. Okay, same page. And we're going to just repeat the process, only the code is going to be just slightly different. And I'll show you that in a minute. So we're going to go to the first page. We're going to repeat the same process. I'm going to go to revise your item. Opens up this page. And we're going to scroll down to where the information is in the description. I'm going to click on HTML. I'm going to put our cursor at the very end of that code. And then we're just going to click down one time. Just put it on the next line. And then we're going to go over to our Word file. Only this time, instead of choosing landscape, we're going to choose the HTML code for the portrait because this is a portrait card. And like I said, the only difference is this is on landscape, it's 500 by 300. On portrait, it's 300 by 500 because it's portrait, it's flipped. So we're just going to put our cursor there, hold down the Shift key, select that, hit Control C. And we'll minimize that. We go back to the code. I'm going to hit Control V, Command V on our Mac. That puts that code in. As you can see, it's 300 by 500, which is portrait orientation. And then we're going to go back to the other window. And we're going to hover over it, click on it. And always, you know, when you put your mouse on the image, when you're right-clicking, put it towards the top. Because I've noticed if you put it towards the bottom, it brings up a different menu. And you don't want that. You want the menu that when you right click, it's going to give you copy image address. Now, not, you know, don't get this confused with copy image. Okay, you want copy image address because that's what it's copying right up here. It's copying the URL that is live on eBay. And one important thing you need to remember is you need to have these images on your listing on eBay live before you do any of this, because if you don't have it there, when you go to copy the image URL isn't going to be there, and it's not going to have a destination to go to sink its teeth into. So you got to make sure your images are already live on eBay, and that way you can grab that image. And then we're going to delete this again. Okay, and we're going to go back to the code, and then where it says URL, just going to put our cursor right there, delete, 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 bringing the two quotes together, and then I'm going to hit Control V, and there it is. There's the URL inserted. The width is 300, the height is 500. We're going to check that by clicking on Standard, and there it is, guys, right there. See, this is kind of like a preview, and you can check that and make sure that that image is correct and it's in the proper orientation. And then we just scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to click on Update Listing again. And if you wanted to check it, I mean, this takes extra time, but you really don't have to. You checked it actually before. There's the live listing, and there's the image description, and there's your photo. Now, one thing I want to point out here. One of the things eBay does not allow is you to make something live, like a clickable link, and take something off of eBay. They don't allow that. As you notice, I have a clickable link here that I've gone into the HTML code, but this clickable link actually goes to my eBay store. As long as you're keeping it on eBay, eBay has no problem with it. Okay, so notice if I click on this, it'll take me right to my eBay store. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now, if you notice here, the image you just inserted in here is not clickable. See, it's just It's just the URL that basically tells the computer where to put your image so it shows up in the right place. And even if I try to drag and drop this somewhere like this, you see the little circle with the line through it? That means it's not going to allow you to do that. No matter what you do, it's going to disappear. Okay, so it's a non-clickable link. It's just a way that when people look at, like let's say they're looking at this and they're reading the description, and then all of a sudden they see the picture again, and it reminds them of the photo. And if it, as long as it's a good photo, you want to have great photos, it's just going to show them the photo again, and it kind of reminds them, okay, here's this beautiful card. You want to buy it? Go ahead and buy it. Because people are very visual. I know as a photographer, I'm extremely visual. So when I see something up top, and then I can go through these, and what I normally do, like I said, is just put the main image, whatever your main image is for your cards, that's where I put that. Okay, so we're gonna just go through it one more time. I'm gonna get out of that. Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm done. I just want to kind of drill this into your head just to show you how quickly this can go. I can click on that properly. There we go. And here we go. Come on, give me the drop down. There we go. Selling. Actually, I didn't need to go to that. I could have just gone right to my store. And you go to your store and you can pick out another photo. Here we go. Where was that photo? There it is, right there. Okay. And one of the things you can do to save yourself some time, if you want to do this, you want to do a lot of them at a time, is you can do a slew of just your landscapes. That way you don't have to keep going back and forth between the landscape code and the portrait code, because you got to have the right code or it's not going to orientate right. But anyway, see how I have a couple of few landscapes here? If you want to do all your landscapes first, like so let's say you want to do 10 in a day, well, you could do 10 landscapes. That way, like I said, you don't have to keep rocking back and forth on the code. That way you'll always have the right code, and it'll save you some time that way. But just to show you how quickly this can go, once you learn the process and you get kind of used to it, let me show you how quickly this can go. I'm just going to just rifle through this. Okay, let me look at the image here. Okay, it's the boat, and okay, that's in Massachusetts. So we're going to go here. I'm going to go back. You can use the back key on your window. That'll save you some time. And we're going to go right there. Now I've got both windows open. Go right here. I'm just going to show you how quickly this can go. It went a little bit slower when I was trying to show you the process, but once you learn the process, it can go pretty quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to hit revise. And wait for the page to open up. Here we go. Scroll down to right here, go to HTML. At the end, get down one, and just going to go over here to my code. Well, this is on portrait, but like I said, if you're going to do all landscape, then this would always be on landscape, and all you got to do is hit Control-C at that point, because it'll highlight it, and that'll save you some time. And then we hit Control-V. There we go. And we're going to go to the other window. I'm going to hover over. I'm going to right click, copy image address, close that window. Go here, go to the URL section. Click, click, click. Control V. I'm going to check it. I would always check it just to make sure it's there. And we're done. It's there. And at this point, you don't even have to check the live link, because you checked it kind of in the preview and it was already there. That's how quickly this can go. Let me just do another one real quick. Okay, I'm done now. I'm just trying to really drive home how quickly I can do this in like 30 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go to the store. I always go to my store, but you can do it at whatever way you want. I go to my store. I go to the next image. Where is it? Next image. We did that one. Okay, it's going to be the one with the little lighthouse here. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go back. And one with the lighthouse. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to the same window. It's the same image. Here we go. Revise your item. I'm going to open the page. I'm going to scroll down to this area right here. Click on HTML. Here, there. I'm going to grab our code, which is already highlighted. Just hit Control-C or Command-C. If you're on a Mac. And we're going to insert that, Control-V. That brings up that code. We're going to go here, grab the image, right-click, copy image address, close that window. Here, go to URL, click, Control-V, standard, make sure it's there. It is. Scroll down, update. That's it. I may not have been 30 seconds, but you know, I'm trying to talk you through it as I'm doing it rather than just remain silent. But yeah, you can do that. And see, the reason why I think this will work as far as increasing your sales is because, as you know, the eBay algorithm loves activity. Okay, it just loves people being in their stores. And whether you're changing a code, whether you're changing an image, a keyword, whatever you're changing, as long as you're active and you're making some kind of change in your store, the algorithm picks that up and says, oh, this person's active. See, I don't think it cares whether, now it might care a little bit if you're changing keywords, because certain keywords are better than others. But as far as the other stuff like changing photos, adding photos, changing text, you know, whatever, you're making a change in your store. And I think the eBay algorithm picks that up and says, oh, this person's active, they're making a change, and I'm going to boost their listings in search because they're active and they're making change, because that's what it looks for. It looks for activity. So you could do like 10 or 15 or 20 of these a day if you wanted, maybe not that many, depending. I know it's fairly repetitive, and personally, I got to be honest with you, I have a problem dealing with things that take a long time and repetitiveness and things like that. But you don't have to, you know, work on it all day. You got other things, you got listings to do. But, you know, this could boost your sales because, like I said, the algorithm likes activity, and who knows? Give it a try if you want to. If you don't want to do it, that's fine, because I understand some of you have like 25,000 listings to go through, and it would just take forever, you know, to do every one individually. You might want to do it on certain ones that you know sell the best, and this would help them even selling faster. I don't know, however you want to do, it's your business, you run it the way you do. I'm going to do it like, I don't know, maybe 10 listings a day. You know, one day I'll do landscapes, all landscapes, and the next day I'll do all portraits, next day I'll do all landscapes, and I'll just, you know, it doesn't take that long. Once you get the process down, like I said, it takes 30, 45 seconds, somewhere, you know, guaranteed under a minute once you learn the process, and you can just rifle through those. And when people see that, they're going to see the extra image there, and who knows, that might just, you know, give them a little incentive to buy from you and buy some more cards from you. So give that a try. Let me know how it works. But I know this has been around eBay for a little while, and but I just thought I'd give it a shot. Hey, it may work, it may not work. I don't guarantee anything. That's why I say it could boost your sales, but it's worth a try if you want to invest a little bit of time, because people, like I said, are very visual. The more images they see, the more inclined I think they are to maybe make a purchase from you. Okay, so I hope that helps, guys. If it did, you know what to do. Smash that like button. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate it. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm up over 200 now. The channel is growing faster and faster each day. I got a couple more subscribers yesterday, so welcome. And hope you got something out of this video, but I got to go right now. But you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.